This AI tool saves me 40 hours every single week, and I am going to show you exactly how it works. I use it daily to research markets, understand my clients, and create all my content without drowning in repetitive tasks. Most developers are stuck doing the same boring work over and over. By the end of this video, you will have my exact system to get your time back and focus on what really matters, whether that's advancing your career or building your own business. And this doesn't apply to just developers, but anybody in tech and also people in other domains. You can use AI to leverage your skills. You have to collaborate with AI because if you don't, your competition is doing that and you are going to be left behind. AI is not coming to take our jobs as you see it in the headlines. But if you don't upgrade yourself to be AI literate, you are going to be left behind and you are not going to be valuable in whatever you do. And so you have to change the mindset of how you look at AI and collaborate with it to make sure you are leveraging AI, you are building on that strength. Here is the problem. Most of us spend hours on tasks that could be done in minutes. Research takes forever. Documentation is painful. Learning new technology means reading through numerous articles and videos. The developers who get ahead aren't necessarily the smartest coders. They are the ones who utilize AI to handle mundane tasks, allowing them to focus on what truly matters and what truly advances their careers. If you've been following my videos, you will know that I was using Jarvis AI, now known as Jasper AI, back in 2019 to run my Amazon and Walmart e-commerce stores 3.5 years before OpenAI made headlines with ChatGPT in November 2022. I don't just talk about this stuff. I live it. I use AI to run my business, help my clients, and explore new opportunities. And I'm going to help some of you build your own AI businesses if there is a synergy between us. As a former DevOps guy, automation is my strength, so I enjoy experimenting with AI tools. I will provide you with 2 demos on how to utilize Poppy AI in your workplace or business. And demo 1 is going to be a market research, so stay with me to watch how I do this. And it's the same process I use to find business opportunities and understand what my audience needs. Watch how I turn 6 hours of research into 6 minutes of using Poppy AI. As you can see, I've prepared my resources already just to make sure that I don't spend too much time on this. But if you want to compare or do a market research on Poppy AI and other AI tools out there, you can. That's why I gave you a list over here, which is the competitor websites. We have Jasper AI, we have Copy.ai, we have ChatGPT, which everyone knows, and we have Claude AI as well. You can do competitor research, and I think with this, you can even use ChatGPT to do that. It's not that complicated, but just to give you an overview of what you can do and how you can research the competitor tools. I'm not going to spend too much time on going into details about Poppy AI. And this is not a product review video, but if you guys want, then I can do that for you, where I can go deeply into how Poppy AI works and how you can use it to optimize your workflows. For demo 1, what I want to do is I want to find out what AI service can I provide to, let's say, my coaching students. As part of the research work, I am going online and try to find some industry reports and articles from reliable companies like McKinsey and PricewaterhouseCoopers and TechCrunch. These are all the reliable sources that we can get tech information, tech insight. I've already gotten all the URLs where this information resides. That's what we are going to use. And also, I want to find out what developers are talking about machine learning, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and programming. This is Reddit. This is a community where people discuss problems, issues, what is trending, and what have you. And so it's a very good place to get information from your audience. And so for me, I want to hear from what software developers are saying about artificial intelligence and some of the questions that we can ask. What problems are developers facing with AI that nobody is solving? What gaps exist in the current AI coaching market? And based on this research, what AI service could I offer that would solve the biggest pain point in the market? These are very good questions that you must ask yourself if you are trying to provide value to your customers out there. Without wasting too much time, let me go to Get-Poppy.Ai, and this is the dashboard. And as I said, I'm not going to go into details and do a product review on this. I'll do that in another video. That is if you guys are interested in knowing more about Poppy.Ai. Poppy.Ai has this dashboard where I can create numerous dashboards. I have my YouTube content engine. This is what I use to generate all my YouTube content, my product idea. If I'm trying to develop a product, this is what I use. My goals, pretty much everything, my podcast content, things about spirituality, landing pages, anything. Let's create a board quickly, and I'm going to name this, let's say, a demo. Here are all the things that I would need for my research. Over here, I have the document. If I want to add things like Google Docs, I can do that from here. I can pick something from Dropbox, my Google Drive, and from my device. I can get website information and I can drop that website in here. This is text. If I want to save something in a text editor, I can do that. I can just copy and paste something from another website. If that website, for instance, needs a login, then Poppy wouldn't have access to that website. Then I can paste it here and I will show you how that works. I can add images. Poppy can read images, audio. And so when I want to talk with Poppy, I can use this feature. You can do Facebook ads, and there's so much YouTube content, Instagram. If you want to generate your social media content, this is where you do that. There's so much you can do. And this is the ultimate chat box, which is going to be our main resource center. This is the chatbot. You train it to understand what you want to achieve. For instance, you are, let's say, a developer. You can add your LinkedIn profile. You can connect so many things. Let me just go ahead and show you what we can do with this. For demo one, what I'm going to do is to copy this URL and paste it in Poppy. It just works, copy and paste. I have the website right there. So I can give it a name and say Mackenzie website. Let me grab this as well. Now we have 3 URLs. What I'm going to do is that just to be sure the information was able to move over here, and you can always give it names, but I'm going to, let's say I will name this one TechCrunch just to give you an idea. So I'm going to connect this to the chat. And this is where the magic happens. First thing is to ask Poppy, what can you see? Poppy is going to process and is thinking. It's going to tell you what it sees. So as you can see, it means it can read the content, and then we can connect this as well. Now I'm going to use the audio feature. Poppy, I just attached another intel, which is the 2025 AI business prediction. What do you see? And as soon as I'm done, I'm just going to hit send. What it does is it will transcribe it quickly, and then it will give me the feedback. So see how this goes, right? Boom, you can see it. I want to add this to it as well. Then I will say that based on what you have now, what I've attached, can you please give me an overview of what you can see? Give me an intel of what you've learned so far about the AI industry, and let it be in bullet points so we can move quickly, and save this information in your intel. We're going to use it later for something else. Thank you. Poppy is going to work. As we wait for it to transcribe and do the work, let's go back here, and this is what I'm going to go for and see if everything is working. Now here, let's see if I'll be able to get inside without any login information. Poppy is busy working. This is one of Reddit's information. Let's check this one out. It has finished with the question I ask. So strategic recommendation, it gives me a feedback of everything, immediate action, competitive positioning, and all that. As you can see, it goes into details. I mean, how can you do this under 6 minutes? Everything. This is going to take you so much time just to read all these articles and then compare them. So I'm going to detach them from the chat box because I don't want to overload it with so much information. I can do that, but from my experience, I've learned that it utilizes less credit if you connect one resource at a time. So let's see what it can see in this one, provided it has access. I just attached another website to you. Do you have access to that? Let me know. Okay, so as you can see, this is not working, but you get the whole idea, right? I'm not going to waste time, but you get the whole point. So these are some of the things that you can do in order. Let me ask the questions. What problems people facing? And based on this information, I can ask Poppy, let me connect these guys back so that it has access to this information. And even though I don't have to do it, but I will do it just for the sake of demo. You can put different resources, website, images, report, whatever you want to research, you can add it. You get the point. Reddit needs a username, it needs password to get in there. So that is why I was having issues with it. Let me ask the first question and then let's see what it's going to say about that. Let me go copy the second question or the last question, which is the most important question. This is what it's giving me. It's just giving me a lot of information. There's a feature here I can do like a full screen where it's going to give me all the information that I need. As you can see, the infrastructure and resource problem, quality, reliability, skills, talent, the biggest unsolved problem, strategic clarity. It's just a ton of information. And so let me ask the last question and then we move on to demo 2 and let's see what Poppy is going to tell us. There's so much you can ask. You just have to be creative with your prompts. It's garbage in, garbage out. If you ask the right questions, you're going to get the right answers. So these are the core problems that is in the market. And based on this, within 5-6 minutes, something that could have taken me 6 hours, I've been able to do this real quick in less than 5 minutes. You can see over here the information. 28% of companies have CEOs overseeing AI governance, right? This is like a gold mine of information. Back in the days, you have to pay somebody on Fiverr or let's say on Upwork about $500 or $1,000 just to give you this information. Now we can get it like that with a flip of a finger. And so that is great. Now let's go to the second part of the research. Let me minimize this over here and then I will go to the second part. Now the second part is something that I call Learn Anything Quickly Accelerator. If you are a student or if you are a developer who wants to learn a programming language like React. So I did this purposely for developers. You want to learn React. Let's say you have some conference information about how this works. And here is a link to a YouTube page. This is like a conference which was done on React. Let's see if we can see that video. Boom, that's the video right there. Let me pause this for now and then I will go to the resource again. And just for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna do this. One video is going to be enough. We don't have much time, but you get it. And I'm going to take one documentation, which is like a text base, and I'm going to paste it here. So I pasted that. Let me close this out. This is it. And then I put this here. That is going to know. Please tell me what you see. Thank you. And I will go here. I just right click and copy the video URL. It's so easy. Copy and paste is faster. There are other ways you can add, but I like the copy and paste because it's quicker. And I will just add this as well once it's done and see what it's talking about. Let's go back and grab something else. This is Stack Overflow. These are problems that people are reporting in Stack Overflow. I'm going to drop that as well. And let's see what it's going to say. And boom. Let me see if I can add one more. Let's see. Okay. GitHub I hope this is the public repo so Poppy can have access to that. Let me just minimize this so that we can see what is going on. Let me add that. So now we have, based on this, there are a couple of questions we want to ask. These are questions that you can ask, like learning questions. You can ask, what are the main gotchas when building React Native apps? What's the best architecture pattern? Anything you want to ask, you can. So let me ask this question. What are the most frequent troubles? Before we do that, let me ask Poppy one more question. Let me make a full screen. What you see in all the resources I've attached to you, what intel can you gather from that? Please let me know. Thank you. And always be nice. I like to be nice to this AI chatbots because they help you to get solutions. And so you must show respect. It sounds spooky, but whenever I'm very nice to them, I get good feedback. So I think you should also learn how to do that. Be nice. Don't get angry when they get things wrong because they are still learning. And you can train them to be just like you. It's like having a second brain, right? You can train them to have your second brain. They will act just like you, talk like you, and do things like you. So this is everything that Poppy has gathered. And so with that, let's ask that question. What is the most frequent errors developers encounter in their solutions? And let's see what Poppy is going to say. So now it's giving you all the errors that people experience. And you can ask so many questions and even shortcuts of how to learn React and all that kind of stuff. This is like a great way to do research, to learn anything, and to generate your social media content and research work. Whatever you want to do, you can use Poppy AI to do that. I hope this demo was really good to get you going, to give you ideas about what you can do with Poppy AI. And so, yeah, I'm glad that we are able to do this, but there's so much you can do. Let me know in the comment section below if you really want to know more about Poppy and how it works. And I can do a detailed product demo. I'll go in and out of Poppy to show you how things work. So here's a recap of what we did. For the step-by-step demo, process 1, we dragged the competitor website into the visual board. 2, we uploaded all the industry reports to the same board. And step 3, we dropped the Reddit threads where developers are asking questions for help. Step 4, we asked Poppy, what are the problems developers are facing with the AI nobody is solving? And step 5, we review the responses that pulls insight from all the uploaded content. Step 6, we asked the follow-up questions. Based on this research, what AI service could I offer that would solve the biggest pain points? Step 7 was we got actionable business ideas based on real market data. Time saved, 6 hours of research work, we only used 6 minutes. And the real result is this exact process helped me to identify the need for AI workflow coaching. This is something that really helps with everything that I do. Here's another way this saves me hours. Demo number 2, this is learning accelerator. When I need to learn new tech quickly, such as React Native for recent projects, instead of spending hours watching, talking, and reading documentation, I let the AI do the heavy lifting. That is how it is. On the demo 2, here's a recap of what we did. Step 1, we uploaded the conference talks about React Native to the board. Step 2, we added the official documentation files. Step 3, we dropped in the relevant Stack Overflow discussions. And step 4, we included the GitHub issues and solutions. Step 5, we asked the question, what are the main gotchas when building React Native apps? Step 6, which I didn't do, but you follow up with what's the best architecture pattern for this type of project. I mean, the questions can be endless. Step 7 is to get synthesized answers from all the sources in minutes. Demo 2 also will take you about 3 hours to implement. but we only did it using only about 15 minutes of targeted insights. I went through this very quickly, but if I had followed step by step, this would have taken us maybe about 15 minutes. That is 15 minutes of targeted insights, and that is great. You can learn new technology without information overload. Remember, this is AI, so these use cases are not hard-coded. Your imagination and creativity are the limits, not the tool. I can spend the whole day explaining to you how to utilize AI to make things easier. This afternoon, I was reviewing my daily, monthly goals. I realized that I could develop a software to make it easier to track my progress and identify areas where I'm falling short. I already have an MVP just in 35 minutes. This is not fully functional yet, but some bugs are needed to be fixed. But you get the point. Your imagination is the limit. Now, here's what excites me most. This tool isn't just about making your current job easier. Though it will do that, it's about giving you the research and the content creation superpowers to build something bigger. I am already helping developers in my community build AI consulting services, created AI-powered courses, and launch businesses around AI solutions. The demand is massive, and the barrier to entry has never been lower. Millionaires are being created daily with AI on the horizon. There is enough for everyone. You need to move quickly, establish your authority in this rapidly growing competitive global economy where the winners will be pioneers in AI. During the gold rush, the real winners weren't digging for the gold. They were selling shovels, jeans, and suppliers to the miners. Right now, we are in an AI rush. The question is, will you dig or will you sell the tools? Get the proper training and mentorship to position yourself on the winning side. You don't have to build a new GPT or new Claude or another new Grok. You just have to leverage on what is there. We have the evolution and the revolution. Now, the AI revolution, which came about with all this big LLMs like ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok, and all that. These are the big ones, the big boys, right? You can leverage on that and make tons of money. So I recommend checking out Poppy.AI using the link below. That is your research and intelligence foundation. It is a suite of tools and API working behind the scenes. There is no free version, but they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. They also have an excellent customer service team and a white gloves onboarding process to set it up for you if you don't have the time. This was the time I purchased, so I'm not sure if they are still doing it, but you can try. I'm also doing free 30-minute strategy calls this week. This is a genuine strategy sessions where we will map out how you can utilize tools like this and many more to build your own AI business or advance your career. I want to know your problems and fears. The link is in the description below. And here is what is coming next week. I am reviewing the top 5 AI apps that every tech professional should know about. Each one serves as a different purpose in building your AI-powered career or business, but I need your help. Please comment below and share with me what you want to achieve with AI. Is it better productivity? Start a business? Create content? The possibilities are endless, and I want to show you exactly how to get there. If this opened your eyes to what is possible, hit subscribe if you are not a subscriber yet, because every week I share real frameworks from my journey and my client success stories. Like and share this video to help us grow this channel. You are the reason I make these videos, and so I would love your feedback. Also, I always close with a question, and today's question isn't whether AI will change your career. It's whether you will use it to create the business and life you actually want. Your freedom isn't just about better tools. It's about thinking bigger than the code. Once again, thanks very much, my friend. I will see you in 2 days with a new video. Namaste.